This is Wednesday, and you know what that means. AEWTF.
What does that mean?
And how many people on the roster do the Destroyer?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to put over the PWG library.
I just think that people got fooled by the blood and girls bleeding.
Oh, man, those guys are awesome.
And welcome again to AEW TF Podcast. It's Saturday, probably for you, is when this comes out, so you know what that means. We're going to talk about Wednesday, and you know what that means. So we are going to be talking about the latest episode of AEW Dynamite from March 31st, 2021.
I watched the 2020 one. So this is awkward.
Awkward. The fans should have gave it away. Actually, there wasn't even fans last year, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been over a year now since lockdown.
Yeah.
So the opening match, we get to see Christian Cage finally in action, Frankie Kazarian. I don't have a ton of notes on it besides I loved it, and I thought it was exactly what it should have been.
I was when they said that the ladder match in TNA happened 13 and a half years ago. How fucking old
weird.
are we?
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize TNA had been around for. TNA's been around forever at this point.
18 years, 19 years at this point. Jesus Christ!
Like,
well, Cash, you remember we used to buy the weekly pay-per-view
when it first started?
Like when we were, we used to get all the weekly shows. Which was that was a good format. I forgot that existed. Like that's not about like a
$10
what was it, like $10
or $10 a week,
pay-per-view, yeah.
Or was it? But like we used to get a couple other people
until you realize it takes 7 or 8 months for the pay-per-view companies to pay them, so they're going 6 or 8 months without any income.
Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah, it wasn't a great setup for them.
Yeah, that sucks. Now that you say that.
Plus, they were getting like 3,000 buys a week.
I mean, still, that's $30,000, right? That's
do you know how much? Do you know how much pay-per-view satellite time costs in the year 2002?
Oh yeah, it's true too. So they're probably only getting a quarter of that. Yeah.
So I can't believe you thought this match was.
What do you think?
Okay, go ahead. Everybody, go ahead.
Yeah, Draven, what do you think?
The thing that stood out most about this match to me is they went 20 minutes straight, uninterrupted, with no picture-in-picture commercials, no commercials, period, no interruptions at all. And the reason that was so noticeable is because the rest of the show, they jammed in as many commercial breaks as possible, but they let Christian's first match back be completely uninterrupted, which was pretty cool.
I also, another reason, like I kind of, before we went on the air, said that I liked the show. I didn't have enough time to watch every single match, so I had to skip one, and you'll know which one it is. Yeah, everyone's already laughing. They know. I skipped the Nyla Rose match because it's like, I got to get through this so we can do this podcast. So that's also probably why this might be one of my favorites. But Cash, what were you saying about it?
So a couple things. I thought the 20 minutes was too long. Like the history of the two guys that has existed completely outside of AEW had to carry a lot of the weight for these dudes to have a pay-per-view main event basically as the opener. Like 20 minutes was just, and then so as soon as the 20 minutes is up, like Draven was saying, they were pressed for time. I don't know if the match went over, but like they give them 20 minutes to have this big match with the history they kept talking about, and then as soon as it's over, like Christian celebrates for a second, goes to like help Frankie up, and they're out. Like they're enough of that shit. Let's move on.
As you know, my friend,
now you're
they had to squeeze in 11 promos and 6 more matches.
Well, I know, but so I don't know if like Christian and Kaz went over or what, but like I felt like if you're going to give them that kind of time, let them go ahead and play out the post-match like emotion and drama and everything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Another 40 seconds wouldn't have killed anything.
Right, we could have cut out something.
The structure of it, I'm pretty sure they told him, we're making you guys go a legit 20 when he gets on the mic and says, 20 minutes gone, go to your finishing sequence, and it's only got to be 30 seconds long.
Maybe.
Because that's literally...
That's a Raw That's a real action wrestling booking right there.
They said 20 minutes gone, and they went to the little finishing sequence. It looked like it was under 30 seconds planned.
Okay, go
Jason?
Yeah, my notes were the match was slow and steady with solid work rate, which is what we expected. But like Cash said, the fact that they could mention that they have been at each other for 13 years or, whatever it was, but we didn't get any kind of we couldn't get a video package showing that. So if you don't honestly know that history, other than being like, oh yeah, they're both two seasoned veterans.
Which is actually very weird because they're using Impact people. Don Callis is the dude that runs it.
Yeah,
they're using TNA's theme music for Christian. Why couldn't they throw up a clip?
I thought that was weird.
True.
I did like the camera angle when he hit the chicken wing, and they did the above angle.
It was cool.
And because they didn't use it again, like it wasn't one of those, hey, we got a new camera angle.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw this in every match. And I definitely appreciate it being the kill switch again instead of the unprettier. I just don't like that name.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah.
These two guys, Christian especially, I think is a guy that anyone that's a worker probably gets more entertainment out of it than a fan, because some of the little shit he does between moves and just how slick his transitions are, that's shit that I know I appreciate.
Same, I agree. Like his selling when he got knocked through the ropes, I was like,
that's good. Like, the bump off the top rope
really picks that up.
Like,
yes, he took that. I knew he wasn't hurt at all. He took it so perfectly that
the ugly Spanish fly in the history of Spanish flies, though, because Arian's always been a shitty Spanish fly.
He's too damn big to be doing the Spanish fly, I think.
That's why it's not the Spanish fly. The flux capacitor is something that doesn't spin straight like a Spanish fly would. The flux capacitor goes off on an angle.
How hilarious is it that when he was young, his gimmick was "I'm the future," so flux capacitor made sense for the name of that move. And now here we are years later, and he's old as fuck, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he was a future Frankie Kazarian. That's right. That's why it was called that. I forgot why it was even called that.
One thing from the match, it wasn't anything like specifically in the match, but with SCU, if their whole thing is going to be if we lose another tag match, we're done. I really hope that the whole story they're going to go with is that Frankie Kazarian wants to go after the belts because they said they were the number one contenders, but Daniels is really hesitant because he doesn't want everything to end.
Stop wrestling.
So I feel like it could be a
Yeah.
really good story. Like
I think
Daniels having that
something just
doubt.
popped in my head.
Yeah, what is it?
Another idea we could go with is Kazarian just is pissed that he couldn't beat Christian, so he turns into a shitbag heel and just loses on purpose, so he never has to team with Daniels again.
That'd be great.
And I did notice in the intro video, it still mentions Scorpio Sky for whatever that's worth, since he hasn't been seen with them. They haven't changed that up, so...
Dog, you know how long it takes to switch up entrance videos?
10 minutes.
Speaking from experience here, because I do all the videos for Revenge.
So Jason mentioned Christian's finisher, the name, and kill switch is definitely better. But is it the most easily reversible finisher of all time?
Yeah, you barely are holding.
You got to keep that wrist.
Like every time Kaz reversed it, I was just like, "Yeah, how has Christian ever hit this thing?"
But yeah, thanks for talking me down. I thought that match was really good, and then you guys brought a bunch of points, and I'm like, yeah,
it was
good,
two dudes that are amazing workers. I mean, the match itself, like on its own, was great, but I just felt like 20 minutes was maybe a bit much.
And it was kind of like Kazarian hasn't even been on TV in a while. It was kind of cold to just throw him out there without being on TV. It almost forced it.
I think that's why the TNA references were so much, because it was cold. They were trying to make
That's what I was saying. Like their history together carried a lot of weight for the dudes to do 20 minutes. Like if it wasn't, they had had nothing. Like that was the only reason to give those guys 20 minutes.
I am kind of bummed out that Christian's first real match back didn't have a real crowd for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we all knew Christian was going to win that, right? They're not going to have him drop his first match no matter what.
Right, which was another reason why the 20-minute thing was a bit much. I was like, can we just go ahead and get to the like, we know what's going to happen. We don't need this drug out.
So anyway, that was the end of that Good match. Good opener. Was a bit too long. I'll agree on that. Then we do, of course, Jade Cargill talking again because that's what she does all
You
the
skipped
time.
over a Darby
Get
promo.
the promo already.
Yeah.
God. Darby.
and
See,
Sting.
yeah. Which I like that. That Matt Hardy thing mask was creepy as hell. So I
Disturbing.
liked it. Yeah.
I do like how creative it was, and they try and let the guys run with their own ideas so they don't get the sameness that WWE has with all their promos in the same backstage location and shit.
Yeah, doesn't
liked it.
Darby do a lot of the production? Like he writes it and stuff and directs it, maybe like all of his promos.
I think he actually even directed some of that cinematic match that they had.
Because he's a filmmaker
Wow.
and like he's in a band. He does all
Right.
sorts of shit. So like, yeah, I think he has a lot of involvement in his promos.
We all agree that dude's going to be he already is, but is going to be a
I
bigger
feel like
star.
he will be.
Like,
I also feel like AEW just really wishes that this was Jeff Hardy instead of Matt for this feud. Like, I figure they really wish they had both Hardys because Darby versus Jeff would make a shitload of sense.
Jeff actually just did an interview recently where he's putting over how awesome AEW is for letting guys have say in their own stories and shit.
Yeah,
so he'll be there soon.
I assume Jeff will be in AEW once his contract is up.
Right.
so then we get the Jade Cargill Red Velvet still doing that, and she said, "Bitch." So.
Did anybody
and
count?
two promos?
Did anybody count how many times "bitch" you said?
I counted how many promos had swearing in it.
Yeah, that works too.
Two promos
How
in a
many?
row that said shit.
I think we got up to 6 was the total for swearing in all the promos.
I mean, AEW is very
Wow.
cool. Very cool.
So edgy.
Very edgy.
All right, stand out, man.
We have the unsanctioned exhibition match: QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes with special guest referee Arn Anderson. I thought this was chaotic, but it was well done chaos. I actually kind of liked it. The problem is I don't feel QT Marshall is like a good enough dude to be that guy that they're trying to make him. And it's probably because he does all that stuff backstage and they're trying to give him the thing. And also whoever that hairy dude was,
He's
is a
awesome.
monster.
Hercules
Yeah.
Hernandez,
Yeah,
the missing member of the Miracle Violence Connection.
He was another dude that was at the Performance Center for a cup of coffee.
okay. I like that dude a lot.
I think wasn't he trained by what's his name? Kurt
QT
Hawkins,
Marshall.
the dude that did MJF and Chris Statlander.
I
and all
think
them?
so. Yeah.
Oh, up in New York? Is it Creative Rest?
Yeah, Creative
Pro. Yeah, Creative Pro, yeah. But yeah, so I thought the match was fine. It wasn't much of a match. It
Point out
was more of a
before they
What
even get to the match, they got the graphic for the two guys. And as somebody who's been guilty of this myself, I laughed my ass off at how much hair QT Marshall had in the promo picture. Like, he definitely does the promo pictures himself and edited his hair like that. I've done it with my eyes. So
I'm going to have to go back and look at it now.
I didn't notice either.
it's ridiculous. It's almost like a foot of hair on top of his head.
That's what I need to start doing, apparently.
I thought it was a nice touch that they made sure to point out that QT Marshall did not get an entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I say that all the time. Like, Cody gets his special entrance. Everyone else is just like already in the ring.
I did laugh my ass off because that punch to Arn Anderson came out of nowhere for me. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Arn took a good bump, too. I didn't think Arn would bump at all.
I thought the whole thing would have worked a little bit better if they hadn't already had QT doing some heelish shit leading up to this. Like, if he would have came out and just said, just basically what he said, like that promo last week could have existed within itself. It didn't need the where he walked out on Dustin and didn't show up to help Cody. Like, we didn't need that to let us know that he was frustrated for just being Cody's friend. Like, that was already established because that's
It
what
would
he
have been
is.
a better surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'd been better surprise if he just punched Arn. Like, he finally took that last big step, but he'd already taken like a bunch of big steps towards breaking up. So,
and it's hard.
It's probably what, the 100th group that formed in AEW. Like, it reminds me of Gang Wars in 1997 for WWE. These are like most
If they would
groups
just space shit out, like we just had this happen. It's been what, a month, if that.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. If you can have as many groups as you want, whatever, like that's cool. Because like we were talking in our group chat, and like Draven made the point of like, well, yeah, but people would have friends backstage and make alliances, and that makes complete sense. But like, you can't just keep doing the big group beatdowns every couple weeks with a new group.
We need like 8 war games to finish this up, basically, is what you're saying.
Well, I actually think that might be where it's leading, doing like a TNA used to do the all cage match pay-per-view. It might be an all war game.
That would be ridiculous.
Jason, what's your call on this, QT and Cody?
So yeah, I enjoyed the match for what it was. But QT didn't get any offense until they went to the picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, I get that they might not know exactly when they're throwing to that kind of thing, but also if you want to make him look and not just be the leader of this group, that, well, I only deserve to be away from you because my other guys can beat you down, like, let us at least see him do something.
Well, no, that's kind of how you get heat, though. Like, people want to boo him because he's not good enough to beat Cody without cheating and using other guys.
He can't even get offense, though. He's
isn't the story he's a straight-up jobber? Like, nobody's questioning that, not even himself.
I mean, so that's kind of why it makes it hard for, like, I don't – if I was just a fan, I don't know if I would care that they beat the shit out of Cody. Like, the promo last week where Cody said that, I'm not going to hook on the figure 4. If I hook –
not going to hit Crossroads.
So either he's just saying, like, hey, I'm not even going to try to win this, or he's saying, I don't need my good stuff to beat you. So, like, I mean, I get that, and it makes QT's case stronger, which is a good thing for a heel, because now he does have, like, the truth on his side, but he can turn it and twist it and be heelish about it. But it makes Cody kind of just a dick. And then to Jason's point about the QT's offense, here's what I didn't like about it. So they make a big deal right before the picture-in-picture about if QT Marshall goes after Cody's shoulder, that's crossing a line, and surely he's not going to do that, and whatever. Well, then as soon as they go to picture-in-picture, he starts working Cody's shoulder. So then as soon as they come out of picture-in-picture, Cody starts back on offense, doesn't ever sell that there was anything working on his shoulder.
I
actually have a note here too. He was in the early stages of the match. Cody was doing shoulder tackles and arm drags with his bad arm and not selling it at all, which made no sense to me.
Yeah,
I fast forward picture-in-picture.
I usually do, but like I was just going ahead and watching, and yeah, as soon as it goes to picture-in-picture, QT Marshall starts working the shoulder.
I was low on time too, so I was like, I don't got time for this picture-in-picture bullshit. So,
I have a note here about Billy Gunn house showing the shit out of getting thrown into the railing.
Yeah, he did.
He is late 50s, I think. He's in his late 50s. I would house show everything at that point. I mean,
he looks like he looks like he's
jacked.
25.
Yeah.
But, I didn't give like so. The Pinnacle just did this, so we just saw this, but with people that we actually cared about. So like, I just don't give a shit about this.
Yeah, I'm with you.
How dare you? You don't care about the Olympic boxer that couldn't even get his shirt off to do a punch?
I mean, is that the big? Which one's that?
That's the dude that couldn't get his cuffling undone when he was punching
the
Cody
big
in the ribs.
Hairy dude, though, right?
Nope.
Okay.
No. Powerbomb.
Yeah. I would say, out of everybody in that group, I think he's the only one I give a shit about.
Yeah. So it was a no contest. Obviously, they're building to another faction versus faction.
It was an exhibition. The bell didn't even ring. That's what I think. Like, it was kind of a training match that doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh, and then there was the stuff with Red Velvet came out of the end to stop them from crushing Cody's head. Which, I mean, it escalated quickly. I will say that.
It did. They were a murder, man.
Oh, I didn't even make a note about this, but this just popped in my head. How ridiculous was it that one of the commentators said when that Camarado dude was picking up the stairs, that the stairs weigh 500 pounds?
Right.
I didn't catch that. Oh, my God.
Those stairs fluctuate between about 100 pounds and sometimes like 2,000 pounds.
But like tiny dudes like Darby that move it like it's nothing, and it's supposedly 500 pounds.
Yeah. I didn't catch that either, but I totally.
That reminds me of. Have either of you guys seen the key for the gold matches that RCW used to do, where it's like the treasure box under the ring? You got to get.
Of course,
I've heard plenty about them.
Yeah.
So I was in one of them. Me and Jugs were teaming, and we all agreed that we were going to make the box seem like super heavy to add a little weight to the match and stuff. And so I'd take like a full minute to try and drag the thing out and like make a big spectacle of how much it weighs, and then Jugs just like picks it up and hits Trick with it like 2 seconds.
Well, Jugs is the strongest man in pro wrestling.
But turn comes at the end. I couldn't get the key to unlock the damn thing, and I didn't know what to do. So I just picked the whole fucking chest up, put it on my shoulder, and ran backstage with it to Dirk. I'm like, man, you got a spare key? I don't know how to get it open.
I thought you double stomped it and had to break it. Didn't you break it to get it open?
We did 5 or 6 of those matches. That was the finish of one of them.
So okay. They always worked out really well.
No, that was the finish. We purposely made the box break when I put Flash on it. He moved. Flash just grabbed the belts out.
Okay, that makes sense. Real quick note before we move on. Does anybody know what that Nick Camarado's nickname is?
No.
No. Tim, I think you'll like him more. He's the Freak Beast. The Freak Beast.
I don't know. It's
He's the Freak Beast, Nick Camarado. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
So like it's also freakishly beastly for freaks?
Yes. Like even for freaks, he's a beast. Or even for beasts, he's a freak. Look, I don't know, man. He's big and he's hairy, and I like him.
It sounds like a bodybuilding nickname.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Yeah.
I said you'd like
so
it.
Then we got yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like that dude. I'm scared of him, so that works. But then
his body hair is very off-putting.
We have Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. That's right. Next in a promo, they're mad that they're not getting to work.
Why is Ethan Page
Monday they're
pitching? His debut was in a #1 contender for like a fucking title match.
Plus, he had a basketball crowd behind him the whole time, so I don't know why he's upset.
Plus, these two were opponents in Ethan Page's first match, so why are they buddy?
And Scorpio Sky won that match and got a shot at the TNT title. Like, why are these guys bitching? Other than, they're heels, so okay, I get it.
But they're going to fight.
They got to put over that new TV show to make the money from Big Show's contract.
Yeah, gotta make that YouTube money to.
How awful have any of you guys? I know Draven has because Collier was on it, but have you guys watched Elevation?
I only watched the Collier match.
No.
Big Show is just as good on commentary as we expected. I will.
He's like, he switches between like kayfabe, the way a commentator should speak, and not kayfabe, like you talk to workers in the back talking about selling and shit.
It's weird. And then every time they show him on camera, he comes across as the fakest person. Like, he does this big, dumb, goofy smile. Like, you need to watch it just to.
That's just his face.
Yeah, but it's like it's turned up a notch or 10.
You need to change it.
And you know how they used to do the Andre where they'd make him stand on a box to seem even taller? They do the opposite of that. I'm pretty sure Big Show's chair is like as low to the ground as possible, so he's not like 10 times bigger than Shivani.
Yeah,
they're like the same
it's like
height
he's in like a little
chairs.
kid's like plastic chair.
Then we get more. So we get Red Velvet cutting a promo. I don't know if she said bitch, but probably.
Yeah, she did.
Did she?
There was either a bitch or a shit in there.
Oh my god.
And Jade did.
Jeez. Okay. So then we get a good promo. We get Moxley doing his thing about talking about, and he actually he does what we were complaining about. He actually puts over his opponent about being big and strong and blah blah blah. With that, I don't know. That Cesar Bononi's like a generic creative wrestler. I mean, we'll go right into that match too, but is like a generic creative wrestler. There's nothing different about him at all, really.
He's Brazilian. That's all he's got.
Yeah, he's big and.
I don't know.
He has a Bad as Bone tattoo on his belly.
What is the tattoo?
as bad to the bone.
Jesus.
There is a pretty cool. It's not cool because of the circumstances, but it's cool what AEW did. I think I want to say his sister, his wife. Okay,
His
needs
wife.
like a bone marrow transplant, and I guess they were having a lot of trouble with what exactly. I just know AEW helped out a lot.
So his wife still is his wife is here with him, but his sister or wife's sister is a match because like familiar stuff. If your sister is a lot of times your match, but the sister was still in Brazil, and they could not get her here in time to donate the bone marrow, and they're doing all kinds of online campaigns and stuff. And then the AEW's legal team is the same as the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they somehow came through and got the U.S. Embassy to let her in the United States, even though it's locked down and nobody's supposed to come in and all that
Well, that's
Yeah,
badass.
I thought that was really
badass
cool.
AEW. I listened to Jericho's podcast with Christian, and they had nothing but good things to say about Tony Khan. They're like, people think he's a money mark, but no, he will say no, and you will not convince him. Like, if he thinks something's a bad idea, he'll just be like, no. And it's like, and he's built teams before, like in sports, so he knows how to build a team. He gets veterans, he gets rookies, he gets guys that put up a lot of points. You know, he does the things you need to do to build a team. So, yeah, I'm been pretty impressed with the way just Tony Khan handles business. Really,
I agree with everything you say, but I would also like to point out that the Jacksonville Jaguars have the #1 pick in the NFL draft this year because they were so awful last year. So let's talk.
well, they said he didn't build that team. He only helped, but their soccer team, I guess, is where he actually picked everybody, and that was his baby. Was the soccer team they have?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Jaguars, his dad owns them.
Yeah, he just does the analytics for them.
Yeah, he owns what is it, Fulham or Fulham, however you say it. That's the soccer club.
No one.
Rumham.
Rumham. Oh, that'd be amazing.
So yeah, the Moxley promo and the mat, like this was one of my favorite segments overall.
Wow.
Because I am going to tear this.
Really, I love the mostly the promo. The match I thought was okay. The sell at the end by Bononi I thought was really, really good.
It was.
The match was honestly, it's mostly just the finish and then the promo made it really one of my favorite segments.
So Moxley is the #1 babyface. We all pretty much agree on that, right?
Yes.
So why did Adam Page beat this dude last week in like 2 minutes, and it took Moxley like 8 to 10
Good
minutes
call.
to beat this guy?
Fair point. Yeah. I was going to. My complaint was this.
We're at the top, and Bonini put himself in a superplex. Like, I hate when the guy puts his own arm around your neck.
Yeah, I think I like this, but again, I thought it was too long actually.
I did like the innovative way they got into Moxley's choke there from the pump.
Yeah, that was great.
Like it.
And the presence to have the heart be facing the hard cam so you can get that expression or whatever whenever he realized it, and the commentators to put it over, all that was good. So
I think Draven just made me drop the rating for this match down a couple points.
Yeah. Jason?
It was the greatest thing ever. Does that help you?
Cash is like, it's going way up in my rankings again.
Now, I like that it was more of the technical after we got to see the Moxley. He's just a backyard fighter. He's just a hardcore guy. And so for this match to not rely on any of the crazy that the other week might have gone with, I like that. I think that finally Dolph Jr. Knows how to sell at least one move, because the paradigm shift looked pretty good when he took it.
Yeah, it did.
I also like that JR decided to call Ambrose a blue-eyed bastard.
He's been doing that for a little while now.
For what? What did he do to you? Why, JR?
Also, Dolph's brother has the best tan in the business. He was tan as hell. I don't know if it's just compared to...
I do want to put over, so Moxley in his promo said, he was just rambling, blah, 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 and then he's like, somebody's getting dropped on their head, somebody's getting choked out. And a babyface should generally tell the truth and follow through. And in that match, Dolph's brother got dropped on his head, and then Bonini got choked out. So he did both the things he said he was going to do.
Yeah, good point. Now you brought it back up for Cash.
I've changed it. Right. I lowered it a little bit, but then I went through, and my overall show rating doesn't change, so it didn't really matter.
So, and then we get the same Team Taz promo as basically the
Yeah,
last.
like
couple
we
Team
didn't
Taz
need
promos.
this. It just didn't need to exist.
We've already done it.
I get them because they're trying to get everybody on the show that they feel is important, even if it's 30 seconds backstage to do something that they're not going to follow through with for a few weeks.
Yeah.
I get it. Wasn't good. Didn't serve any purpose, but I get it.
This promo was different. Did you not see Hook's trucker hat
did like
and
the fanny
pack combo?
Who the hell is Hook?
Although at first
I'm kidding.
I thought he had I thought the
Isn't that
fanny
right?
pack was another belt, and I was like, did Team Taz make another belt? Like,
That's what.
The
Yeah.
FTW Cruiserweight title.
That's what we need to do instead of trying to win these belts when we go to promotions. Just make our own. That's way
it would be
easier.
funny if Ricky Starks, like, there was a promo with him and Taz where Ricky Starks was all pissed off because he doesn't have a belt. So then, yeah, Taz makes like the FTW Intercontinental belt, and then we get like 4 or 5 FTW belts.
And then I want to this first segment or the next segment with the Pinnacle or whatever. I just want to say
I was gonna say if you went the opposite with this, we were gonna have to fight.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of the best backstage brawls I've ever seen. Maybe the best.
It was so violent for something that was pre-taped like that.
So violent. Like, it was bloody, and just all the props they used were so good and unique and made sense that they were there. It was just fucking spectacular.
The only thing I can knock it down even one tiny bit for is how long did the Inner Circle just chill in
for
a
as long as they needed to.
Dude, but like the toilet thing with MJF was so fucking good, and just
I thought Sammy
loved
was
it.
going to hit a burning hammer on Sean Spears, like,
Yeah.
out the hallway. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like nervous at a couple of spots, like the slamming the door on him and that burning hammer spot.
My note about that was just F Sean Spears.
If he would have hit the burning hammer, I would have went to AEWshop.com or whatever the hell it is and bought every Sammy merch item there is.
Does anyone think there was anything else wrong with that? And do you have any other comments about how
it made the Inner Circle look like a group of absolute killers?
Yeah.
The only this isn't really a bad thing. It was just a weird thing. At the end of the segment, there was very obviously a JR voiceover where he had to like re-record, but it sounded like a WWE video game because he just goes, Inner Circle is taking out the trash, and then he goes, MJF deserves every bit of this. Like, just very weird recording it, like where he clearly had to do like 8 takes.
I really like the whole segment too, but do you think that they should have went with MJF got away without them getting their hands on him?
I loved it too. I loved it too much.
I mean, I was fine with what it was, but just to space this out because we already beat the hell out of them and took the dressing room back.
Much more beat downs to come though.
It depends. Story is.
The toilet thing was just so good because that's what everyone would want to do to that little fuck. Is stuff his head into it.
Yeah, I mean,
I loved it. I was just
it would make like old school logic would be, let's stretch this out. Let's hold off on MJF getting his, but I feel like they're going to just keep escalating the violence back and forth and then have a big blow off. So
yeah, the blow off's going to be huge.
I thought it was cool that they did the callback to Tully and Magnum with
it was
the broken
awesome.
wooden chair piece.
Even Tully was getting his ass kicked. Like, it was great. It was great.
If they do a War Games match between these two, I really hope Tully takes
That'd be
that would suck for Sean.
Well, don't they usually do? How many people do they usually do in those? 5 on 5.
5 on 5.
All right, I was saying because like JJ Dillon always got thrown in as, but yeah, they'd have enough people they wouldn't have to do that. So,
but then we got our lucha match our crazy spot match for the show because they always kind of.
There was another promo first.
Oh yeah. The Matt or it's the Marvez promo.
Him back with the Young Bucks. Don Callis comes in, and then
Bubba.
Who does Matt stick around or Nick?
It's Matt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked the promo's all right. I liked Excalibur's line about Don Callis living up to his reputation as human garbage. I like that line. It was a decent. I mean, it was a decent segment. I feel like this has been the Young Bucks' entire gimmick since AEW started. Like, they're just always kind of emotionally torn, and are they heels? Are they faces? Like, what's their, so whatever. It's building up to something.
I do think it had good dialogue.
At least,
Okay,
I'm at least interested to see where it's going. So it did its job.
And it's just a tease for what's coming up next, kind of. So then we get the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. I don't like the Good Brothers, but I thought this was okay. I hate Luke Gallows. I know you do too, Cash. Those stupid punches where he puts his hands on his head and then gut punches. He does it less than he used to, like hands up less, but it's still stupid. It was a ridiculous spot fest, kind of, but not out of control. I still thought it was good. I think like Kenny takes too much heat. I know that he's the cowardly heel, but he takes too many spots, I think, to be the main guy. I wish he would take less and stay out less, honestly. But thought it did its job. It was decent overall.
Decent. I thought this was.
I thought I'll go better than decent. Yeah, decent's not the right word. I thought it was really good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I don't like the good. I don't like the Good Brothers. That's what hurt it for me.
I don't like them either, and I thought they did pretty good in this match. Like, I thought they did what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Did anyone catch the spike bump that Ray Phoenix took off the big?
I have a note on here that his bump from Carl.
Like he took like a me or Zach bump from the curb stop from Vance type bump.
Then when Laredo Kid did a tope, I think he hit Kenny with it on the outside.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody when they hit, he went vertical.
Yeah, he did.
It's a weird thing that you do in AAA all the time. It's like this weird angle,
so it was like
delayed
it was on purpose then. Okay, I thought it was just like he hit Kenny in a weird way and it ended up like flipped him up. But did you guys catch that they were on the wrong? They were in the wrong corners.
No, I didn't catch it.
So like, historically, faces are always in the corner that the hard cam, so they're facing the hard cam.
Right.
And they had that switch this match. So it was just a little observation. Because I said that the Lucha Brothers.
Well, you sound like a robot, Cash, unless
that they don't even know if their faces are heels because they don't know what corner to go to.
Lucha Brothers were in the bottom right corner.
No, they should be in the upper corner where the camera can see their faces.
The whole time, yeah.
Yeah.
See, for like TV wrestling,
the emotion for the hot tag. You got to see that on the hard cam.
I mean,
okay, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. I was gonna say, if in like a live event setting, you want the baby faces to be by the biggest group of the crowd.
I mean, it wasn't anything that I saw, and I was like, well, that makes this match bad. Like, I just thought it was just an observation. And again, like, I think it kind of works because I honestly have no idea if the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid are heels or faces. So
you should have watched what tunnel they came out of. I'm not going to tell you which one it was.
I like the triple splash where it was dumb, but I loved it. I thought the match was really good.
You guys are talking me up on now. I keep remembering when you say stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that was good too. Jason?
To me, these trio tags with Lucha Brothers and when Young Bucks are involved and shit, like, this is their version of what the Cruiserweight division was for WCW. It's like their nonstop
I also feel this is your specialty, Draven. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is your gimmick.
That's right. Who needs that?
I feel like this was more
Jason?
what I thought AEW was going to be. I mean,
me too.
I thought it was going to be the alternative. We were going to get stuff, mostly stuff like this. So,
what do you think, Jason?
Oh no, I enjoyed it. There were a couple of the spots I thought definitely were taking a little long to set up, so everyone was kind of doing that whole let's stumble around and just wait. But I really liked it, and for the most part, I thought that everyone worked really snug. It looked like at certain points they did not like each other and were actually hitting and kicking,
which could be true.
like with
Well, I don't
some
want to
force
get to the
behind
main
it.
event yet, but I thought the main event was a shoot. But anyway, so let's next we've got the more after the match shenanigans or whatever with Moxley coming down and the Young Bucks choosing a side. What?
Poor Matt. 30 minutes later, he's still holding his face from that one slap from Don Callis.
Don Callis, he's a shooter.
I think the Young Bucks are pretty obviously turning with the way they foreshadowed it. But did they foreshadow it that way to make us think that? Because
3D chess, my friend. 3D chess.
I did not think they're turning. So if so, I'm a mark and I missed it. But
like when they saunter out to come to Mox's side, they almost tee him up for a double super kick from each side. The way that they come out and just position themselves, they're definitely trying to give off the vibe
I thought that was
going to turn on him.
saunter is what I was getting from it.
Well, I don't know now. I don't know if they're going to turn or not, because if the Young Bucks have a chance to super kick you, I just can't imagine they didn't take it. I don't think they have it in them. They're drawn to it. They need it.
It needs it. Then we get Britt Baker just talking about nothing for no reason.
She was putting over Elevation. They need to.
Yeah, it was another one of those
Show.
Big Show needs his money segments. So
I think they've got themselves in a situation where they had Thunder Rosa go over, but
she's gone.
She's still no, because she worked Elevation, or Dark, one of the two.
Which is weird because Britt's promo's "Oh, I'm too good for Elevation, but Thunder Rosa can waste her time there."
Yeah,
she's got a match
I
with
don't think she
Elevation
realized that when
too.
she did the promo. But yeah, it just felt like where AEW's got themselves. So they put Thunder Rosa over, but Britt Baker is clearly the star and clearly who they want to get behind. So now they're let's just pretend like Thunder Rosa didn't. They made the point to have her say that the match didn't matter. Who won didn't matter, which was a good point. So I mean, it makes sense, but it is funny that they're we've really got to get away from the person that actually won this thing.
Well, you guys, if you're not paying attention to outside sources, you're missing out on Thunder Rosa's new big feud with Dave LaGreca, the host of Bustin' Open Radio. He's gonna fight her in Texas on the 1st of May. Because she's upset that he wore a Britt Baker T-shirt the day after that fight, and that's it. That is been all over the radio all week.
Radio, Grandpa. I'm sorry, I don't have a radio.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say on the AM.
Is this your fan fiction?
Talk radio.
I feel like Dumb and Dumber radio. Who needs a radio?
That was legit.
He is a big Busted Open listener, so
wow.
I
listen to it. I listen to the Busted Open podcast, which is like a condensed form. They give you just a little bit of it. It's because I'm not getting Sirius XM because I'm not a grandpa. So,
well, I guess the lesson here is that if you're in a lights out, unsanctioned match, you do not want to win it because your career goes nowhere.
And the next segment.
Didn't Moxley beat Omega when they did
Moxley won,
match? I can't remember who won that one.
Yeah, and Omega's a champ now.
Then Omega beat Janela in one, I think.
Ugh.
I think he did that in the lead up.
Janela was in that. At least they're realizing that guy sucks.
I mean, the match was pretty great. It was pretty.
He main evented one of their papers against Moxley, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's not just completely shit on Janela. I don't know the guy.
Anyway, him and Chuck Taylor now wear singlets. I wonder what that's about.
But you guys take it away. Some Bunny stuff and Nyla stuff, and I didn't watch any of this.
Yep.
So there's 9 goddamn heels that come out, right? And I realized that I've been on a show with every single heel up there except for Nyla Rose. And that includes Vicky Guerrero. That's really fucking weird.
If I was you, I would start to take things personally, Draven.
Jason, take it away first. What do you think about this shit fest?
Yeah, I mean, it was a match.
So I don't have any notes for this.
Here's my note. Here's the notes. So if Ty Conte is a judo master, right?
Jiu-jitsu?
No,
Jiu-jitsu,
she's judo.
That's what I
No,
said.
it is. She is.
You said judo.
She is judo. She does,
Yeah, I thought it was judo.
Well, no, she's
Jiu-jitsu.
a blue belt in jiu-jitsu and she's a black belt in judo.
Oh, see, I fucked up. There we go.
So when Shida gets in the ring and they're like, "Oh, she did a judo," and it looks so bad. Why would you look at a person who is a black belt, blue belt, whatever, and then just try and throw what possibly would be a move she's going to do later?
Who did one?
I don't know.
I have not what you're saying, so I'm going to move on from that. Both of the figures
You know what I meant.
in karate gis for some reason, but so
That's
they start the opening brawl in this match, right? The Bunny and Nyla Rose are on a team, and who's the first person that Nyla Rose accidentally grabs and thinks she's about to hit? The Bunny. She's so fucking terrible.
I'm glad I didn't watch it. That's why my show rating will be better. So anyway, that happened.
I like the Bunny a lot. That's my note.
Yeah.
The kendo stick shot she did at the end was really fucking
Yeah.
hardcore too, which was good. Don't hold back on that.
Then we get dinosaurs and that tiny little stupid guy doing a promo about Bear Country.
They're a week late for the Godzilla tie-in. It came out
Right.
this Wednesday. Why wouldn't they put a match?
Yeah,
this show?
that is weird. I actually watched part of Godzilla and Kong, and then I got too sleepy. But yeah,
So Jungle Boy is great in the ring. Real bad.
Yeah.
In this segment, like
you cut out for a second, and you go, "He's real bad."
that's what I said. I didn't cut out.
Oh,
They need to write for him like they wrote for his dad's character on 90210. He doesn't say shit. He just does like the rock people's eyebrow.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt were both good in it though. So it was just, but it was a nothing.
Take it back. Take it back.
He was good in it. But it was basically a nothing promo.
You got you for this promo.
Okay. Then we get the event, which I expected to hate, but I did not. I love the prize rack. The cheesiness was just enough for me. And I love Sue. I thought this match was really, really good. I like the alien popping out of the thing. I know it's silly, but this was just the right amount of silliness because everything was stiff as fuck.
I agree.
Seemed, like from all the stuff, like you were saying, the prize booth and just all of that. This definitely seems like it would be a ridiculously fun match to be in.
Yeah, the styrofoam pissed me off that he sold it like he went actually clearly styrofoam. That's stupid, but I mean, and then they took my Lego spot, the sons of bitches.
There was a good 5 minutes. I couldn't stop laughing because I noticed Bill Collier was out there in the audience next to the prize booth and the fucking whack-a-mole, and I'm just thinking, Bill's like, man, this reminds me too much of being at Rocky's goddamn fair shows.
Jason, what do you think of this one?
Oh, no, I loved it too. It made Miro look very strong, even if he did take the fall. It basically the match ended up being a 3-on-1 for the most
He
of
didn't
it.
get pinned.
Hold on, Miro didn't take the fall though.
He went through the table. Sorry, wrong note.
I guess that's a physical fall.
He's not
Right,
talking in
gotcha.
wrestler speak. You got to remember, he's not one of us. Not one of us. Not one of us.
That's upsetting. Yeah, I mean, Miro basically ended up in a 3-on-1 because Kip was never around. But then he's the one that took the fall. And since Miro didn't even want to be in the fight, that should hopefully move
they're not
this
gonna be able to do
feud
any
on
better
to
than
something
that.
else.
I love that Trick came back. I love that his mom drove the van and brought him. That was awesome.
Dude, Statlander coming out of the claw machine game.
She
I
threw
popped
that
so
fucking
fucking
glass,
hard.
too. Jesus Christ.
You put a picture up on Instagram where there's a whole outline of Penelope Ford's face, like the lipstick and the makeup and stuff has like a
Holy shit!
It
funny
was
nose on
very,
it.
very
Yeah.
fortunate for Chris Statlander that she went over by the claw machine, though, or by the little machine, because she could still be
Very
sitting there
true.
right now if things didn't work out.
The air hockey table bump was
Yeah.
great. I loved it.
And they went right to it. They didn't draw it out. Like, they didn't fight for 5 minutes. Like, just right to it.
I'm never not going to pop for when Trent wears his Scott Hall and Nitro.
Man, he looked awesome. Like, I
He
forgot.
did.
I was like, oh, yeah, this dude is jacked and looks like a professional wrestler. Like,
He just tore his bicep. How the hell can he keep working out with a torn bicep?
Yeah.
That's why he was gone
Yeah,
for like 6
He
weeks.
still
or
he looked
whatever.
better than he did when he left. So yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But the best friend hug spot, that they were the camera production was a little bit late on doing the Zoom or whatever they do, that gimmick or whatever. But I like that they brought in that Chris Statlander or whatever to do it too. I thought it was a great way to end the show too. Like Babyface is over, finishing a feud, hopefully.
It's crazy because I always harp on how WWE has such a short attention span. So when Statlander got injured, it was almost a year ago, and she was starting a storyline with Orange Cassidy where she goes around doing like the boop like an alien, and they were like becoming an item. So her coming back and then like
oh, that is
referencing
cool.
it and bringing
I
it
didn't know
forward
that.
just blew my
Yeah.
mind.
I didn't know that either. That is cool. I knew she was somehow involved with them before, but I didn't really remember what. But
This isn't really about this match, but it just blows my mind that Chuck Taylor has a Meltzer 5-star rated
Oh,
match on his
yeah.
resume. That parking lot brawl
dude,
they did with
that parking lot brawl might have been my favorite AEW match so far. I love that match.
yeah, Meltzer gave it 5 stars. And that's
I
it's
dig
crazy.
that Orange Cassidy's new music is "Where's My Mind" by the Pixies.
It fit so
Yeah.
good
It
over
did.
that closing
It really
shot,
did.
man. With
And
Sue
wait,
honking
yeah.
the horn and shit.
I hated that the Mortal Kombat thing was definitely like not an arcade
It
thing.
was-
That sucked a little bit. I wish they would have made it more.
Yeah.
It
I
should have been
insert
more
token.
legit, but whatever. It's good they used Mortal Kombat though, since that movie's coming out and there was a commercial for Mortal Kombat during the show, so that kind of
Well,
ties in.
it looked like they
Synergy,
used a lot
baby.
of,
Time
they had
Warner.
a deal
Synergy.
with Midway. There was a lot of Midway
Oh.
games.
I think those cheap one-up arcades
Well,
at Walmart. So
That's what they
I also
used for the
like
one
that,
that Miro used, but then there was a legit one for Mortal Kombat, a legit one for Killer Instinct, and Primal Rage. There was no Galaga, so that arcade fucking blows.
Well, also I love Tony Schiavone's like, no, not Space
Yeah.
Invaders. Come on.
Another thing from Tony
That was fun.
during the Lego spot, he like, I would love to see JR's face during this, like, because he must have just been pissed or something. Because Tony Schiavone like over explains it to him. He's like, he said something about them being Legos and how he's like, you ever step on one of those? And like JR just kind of like grumbles because I feel like he's just like, what the fuck am I doing alive? And Tony just like goes on to expand on how they hurt,
Same.
and like
Same.
he just keeps talking about it. So it just seemed, yeah.
And then he started calling his kids brats and stuff. It was pretty good.
So, all right, I think we're about rating time, and I wanted to go first because I think I'm going to blow everyone's mind. I give this a 69.
Nice.
Ooh.
Was that just because you saw Sue at the
Yeah.
end? And
So speaking of 69, Sue was at the end, but I also skipped the women's match. That probably would have brought me down if I would have actually watched it. But,
I from the look in Miro's
yeah.
eyes when he was on the hood of the van, he was looking to get with Sue, I think.
I like that too. That
Yeah,
Miro went
right?
after Sue and they ran and stopped him. Like I really just all this was really
Well,
good.
so that's definitely your highest rating, I think, right? Okay.
Yeah, by far.
I gave it and I started doing what you guys do, where I give each individual thing a rating. So my overall rating for this one is a 41. Well, I'm using your guys'
Way
system,
low.
all right?
Right.
Draven's normally the highest, so I want to hear his last. Jason, what you got? What do you got?
What? So yeah, I liked everything. Other the tag women's match was not enjoyable, but overall the matches were.
Wow.
I gave it a 70. I see your 69. I'll raise you one, buddy.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
He's going to put the pinky in.
What?
That's what he's saying.
I went through and I did the rate everything, and then I went back and added a few points because that ending shot with the baby faces doing their thing, rocking out to that Pixie song, and it's like the ending baby faces finally get over on something that WWE never, ever, ever fucking lets their baby faces do. I gave this episode a 73.
The lone man.
Yeah, I wonder what my rating would have been if I would have done it my usual way. Because it would have been 100% influenced by like that last match. So I probably would have given it close to the same thing you guys did, but averaging it out throughout the show, 41.
I'm sure that women's match.
The women's match was real low for me, so that definitely did some damage. Just a couple of the promos, and then I didn't like the Cody and QT Marshall stuff. So yeah, there was a few things that drug mine down.
This is also my highest rating for a show. Beats out the Shaq one by 2 points.
So I just love the the whole show felt Attitude Era-esque, where there was so much chaos, like that backstage brawl, and then like the main event was very chaotic. But like that backstage brawl and they're both so stiff and like brutal that I just that sells a match for me. It can be whatever as long as it seems real and brutal. That's what I love. So
yeah, the backstage, the Pinnacle thing especially, like usually you don't get backstage segments that seem legit, and this was like above and beyond.
It blows my mind that so every wrestling promotion in the history of wrestling has done some kind of taped TV shows. Normally the spoilers get out, whatever, but like no matter how hard you try, you can't keep the life in your product in a taped show. But this show and the last one they taped that had the women's hardcore match, both definitely blew me away. Like they're doing great, and they're doing great on fucking tape.
That's very true.
Just crazy.
Because I know a lot of shows like would go live just because they were struggling and they needed to go live, and they're able to pull it off. Now, when full crowds come back and they're taping in front of full crowds, that could change because it could get out a lot more, you know. But
when the crowds come back, they're going to do.
I think
live
this setup's just
week.
for the convenience.
But like you know, the setup for that setup for the Arcade Anarchy match, you know that took a while. Like they probably didn't even film that match until like 40 minutes after whatever the last thing.
I was honestly, I mean, if it would have been WWE, like, because I just assumed it was going to take place in an arcade. Like I figured Tony had already given some local arcade a blank check. So like I'm kind of glad they went with what they did, because I feel like if it was a WWE kind of thing, they would have tried to be really cartoony with it. Yeah. So
they would have ended up in a ball pit.
But I mean, in the COVID era, how would they be able to get away with that? Especially in
that's
Florida.
what I mean.
Like,
I figured Tony would like just buy an arcade. Like I feel like it's Tony. He doesn't know what like money is.
Jesus.
Like he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to think about it the way we do. So, like, yeah, he can just be like, I'm going to go buy that. We'll do whatever we want in it. And then, you know, I'll sell it. Like, I'll do something with it.
I guess Christian, when he got back from his match, Tony was just like basically, you know, overwhelmed with how good it was. And he gave Christian a hug. And Christian told him, he said, hey, I'm here to work. I'm here to, you know, actually put in. He said he didn't want to do his best of. He actually wanted to come back and really go out there and work, which he obviously did. So that's cool too.
So do you think, like, never mind. I'm not even gonna. It's not a real argument. It was dumb. So just move on. Well, no, I
now I want to hear it.
I argued with myself as I was saying it, and I was wrong. So I was going to ask, like, what do you think makes people only pick certain old-timer guys or whatever to be mad about taking young guys' spots? And then I was like, no, it's just the part-time guys. Like, it's just the dudes that come back once a year. That's not Christian. Never mind. He's going to be a pretty regular worker. So moving on.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, he's gonna be a regular, actually work every week, hopefully, type of guy. So, and I mean, he still had such great timing and stuff, considering that's the first singles match he's had in 7 years.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
all
Real
right,
quick,
well,
before we get out of here,
that's-
I
go
do
ahead.
want to. We had some new music at the beginning of this, so I want to give a
Yeah.
shout out to the dude that did that. I had our buddy Stephen Marsh hook us up. You can go check him out on social media. He does. He's a DJ. He does a bunch of weird stuff too. Like he works on a boat. He always puts out some weird videos. But you can follow him everywhere at the Pyro Steve.
Okay, yeah, he added me.
Is he? You got my interest. Did he create boats
he
and
could've,
hoes? Is that what you're
if you give
referring
him time. He works like on a boat, and so all of his videos, all of his DJ stuff is happening on the boat. Like, it's a very weird little setup he has, but he does a lot of live DJ stuff on social media. It's pretty good. I mean, if you're into that kind of music at all,
That's very cool.
I don't blame.
I
I'm a
can't swim,
terrible
so I
swimmer.
stay away from boats.
I'm a terrible swimmer. I love boats, but I'm a terrible swimmer. So, but that was the end of our episode for this. We actually are under our time. We're usually right on an hour and a half, but since
Yeah, what's
so
going
I
on this
suggest
week?
we let Jason run away with some of his fanfic.
Okay.
All right. So
he's
So
ready.
here's what's gonna
It's-
happen.
Okay, first of all, it's sad and
He's-
impressive that he's ready. Go ahead.
He's always ready.
It's like we stopped and planned it, but I swear we didn't.
I mean, you have to be, right? That's the whole thing is
Okay,
about
so
being
let's
able
hear
to fantasy book whatever you can fantasy book. Like,
All right,
that's all there is to it,
Let's hear it.
Don't
right?
tease
No.
us.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna have to wait until next week. You got me on the spot here. Now, see,
Yeah.
that's called a cliffhanger ending,
No, it's called Poppies.
Draven needs to finish
Well, we're going to
now.
find something.
right?
I'm going to do something with. I'm going to do something. Do something with this erection now. So, and that's our show.
Yeah.
And it was Dynamite. Is that our close? Are we going with that?
I don't think we agreed on that.
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
All
Yeah,
right.
definitely-
Well, I will see
definitely
you
didn't
guys
vote for
next
that one.
time. Thank you all for listening. And enjoy. This was our highest.
Tell your
rated
friends
ever,
to listen.
So we'll see. Yeah, tell your friends to listen to this. Or
Yeah.
hey,
tell
your
definitely
enemies
tell
to
your
listen.
enemies to listen.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys next
See you guys
week.
later.